Okay, hello everyone. So in the previous video we have already covered the QM method. Okay, so in this video we will cover the part 2 or second step of QM method. In the part 1 or step 1 of QM method, for a given logic function we will find all the prime implicant of that given function. Okay, so in the second step we will proceed in the following manner. Okay, so after finding all the pi's of a given function, we will draw a prime implicant chart, PIC. That PIC is used to find the simplified or minimum expression. And how we will use this PIC in order to find the simplified expression? We will select the minimum set of PIs with the help of that PIC. Okay, so now how we will construct that PIC? So in order to construct the PIC, what we will do, we will list, just suppose for this given function, we will list all the minterms of this function like here, and we will list all the prime implicants. Yes, all the prime implicants that are obtained in the step 1, we will list like this. Okay, so minterms of the function are listed across top of the chart, and all the PEIs are listed down the side in this manner. Okay, so also we know that these PIs are basically obtained by the by adding the minterms. Okay, so we can also say, yes, so so basically we can say that a PI is equal to sum of minterms. Thus a PI is set to cover these minterms. So basically in prime implicant chart we can say that these prime implicants are set to cover the minterms. Yes, because these prime implicants are obtained by adding the minterms. So just suppose this is your prime implicant, so we can say that this prime implicant b dash c dash is covering these minterms. Okay, so in the prime implicant chart what we will do, so if a PI covers a given minterm, then we will place cross at the intersection of the corresponding rows and column. So after listing in this manner, then we will place the cross mark. Okay, so just suppose for this prime implicant, we will mark, because it is covering 0, 1, 8 and 9, so we will put cross mark here. Yes, 0, 1, 8 and 9. Similarly for 0 to 8, 10, 0, 2, 8 and 10. Similarly 2, 6, 10, 14, 1, 5, yes, 1, 5, 5, 7, 5, 7 and 6, 7, 6, 7. So okay, so for corresponding each PI we will place the cross mark for the minterm that are covered by that PI. Okay, so also we know that if a minterm is covered by only one PI, then that PI is called the essential PI. We know the definition of essential PI. If a minterm is covered by only a one prime implicant, in that case that prime implicant is called the essential prime implicant. Also we know that these essential prime implicant must be included in the minimum expression. So in the prime implicant chart, how you will identify the essential prime implicants? So for in the prime implicant chart, EPIs can be easily found. If a column contains only one X, then the corresponding row is an EPI. Yes, so just suppose this is our prime implicant chart. So this minterm this min term is covered by this prime implicant. Also this min term 10 is covered by this prime implicant as well as this prime implicant. So from PIC, prime implicant chart, we can easily identify the essential prime implicant. So those columns that are having single cross and corresponding to that cross corresponding to that corresponding row is called the essential prime implicant. So this row, this column is having only single cross. Also this column is also having single cross, and all other columns are having more than one cross. So these terms are essential prime implicants. Yes. So in this way we can easily identify the essential prime implicants on a PIC. Okay, so in order to find the minimum sum, what we have to do, we will select all the essential prime implicants. Okay, so when for a given PIC, when we select the PIs in order to find the minimum sum, then we have to perform this activity. Okay, whenever a PI is selected, the corresponding row should be crossed out, and after doing this, the columns which corresponding to all min terms covered by that PI should also be crossed out. Okay, so I will tell you. Okay, so whenever we will select any PIs in order to include in the minimum sum, then what we have to do, we will cross out that row. If we want to select this PI, then we will cross out this row, and then after cross out, after doing this, the columns which corresponding to the min terms covered by that PI should also be crossed out. So just suppose if we want to select this PI, then we will cross out this row, and then after crossing out this row, we will also cross out the columns that are covered by this prime implicant. So basically, firstly, this is the procedure for selecting any PI. We also know that essential prime implicant is also PI. So firstly, we will select all the essential prime implicants. Yes. So EPIs are chosen first, because EPIs must be included in every minimum sum. Okay, so now I will select the EPIs. So these two min terms are corresponding to the EPI. So in order to select this prime implicant, because it is the essential prime implicant, whenever we select the any PI, then we will cross out. Yes, then we will, yes, here we can say that we can see that this term is essential prime implicant, also this term is also essential prime implicant. So we will select these two terms first. Okay, so in order to select any PI, we will cross out that row, and after crossing out that row, we will also cross out the columns that are covered by that PIs. Okay. So whenever this PI is selected, because it is EPI, so it must be selected firstly. Okay, so this row will be crossed out, and corresponding columns must also be crossed out. Okay, now we will select this PI, because it is the essential prime implicant, so it must be selected. So this is selected, and then we will cross out all the columns that are covered by this PI. Okay, so this column will be covered, this column will be covered, and this column will be covered. Yes. Okay, so this column will be covered. So basically after selecting all the essential prime implicant, if EPIs do not cover all the min terms, then additional non-essential PIs are selected to find the minimum expression by using hit and trial approach. So basically if we look into PIC chart, we can say that if we select this PI, then these we do not need to cover this, and only these columns are remaining. All other columns are already covered. So basically our aim in PIC is to cover all the columns. So if EPIs do not cover all the columns, in that case what we will do, we will select non-essential prime implicants that are not essential. We will select those non-essential prime implicant by using hit and trial method. Also do remember that in K-map method, after selecting the EPIs, we need to perform hit and trial method. Here also after selecting essential prime implicant that can be easily identified, then we will follow the hit and trial method. Okay, so in order to cover these columns, what we can do, if I select this prime implicant, then it will cover this and this has been already covered. So we need to select one more PIs in order to cover this column. Okay, so if I select this, it will not work. If I select this prime implicant, so then it will cover both the columns. Yes, so this column will be so this PI should be selected. Okay, so in this way all the columns are covered. Okay, so basically after selecting all the EPIs, we need to cover non-essential PIs. We need to select non-essential PIs so that we can cover the remaining min terms. So basically this method is effectively based on hit and trial approach. Also in the literature there are many methods available, many systematic methods are available that can be used to find all the minimum expression from a PIC. Okay, so one such method is Patrick method, that is out of scope to discuss this method here. So in this way we can use the prime implicant chart in order to find the minimum expression. Okay, thank you.